Hello everyone, welcome to the forest here with Leprechauna. Today I'm going to show you guys the new update that they just dropped out not too long ago. It's update 0.53. They got quite a lot of cool things that they've recently added, and I'll just take you through them real quick. Well, without further ado, we'll go ahead and start out with the first thing. The biggest thing I'd have to say is, well, maybe not the biggest thing, but an important part is they added a repair hammer. Instead of your default pressing E every time you break something, what will pop up as an icon will be the little repair hammer icon. So, that's what this puppy's going to look like. It's right here. Well, first things first, in order to craft it, you're going to need some stuff. You need 2 sticks, 1 rock, 10 sap, and then 2 cloth. And that's all you need to make the repair axe, or the repair tool. Once you're done with that, and you've got something broken that you got to repair, just walk right on up to it, and start tapping the mouse button there. And then it'll do a nice little animation each time you click the mouse. But you do have to click the mouse repeatedly for it to work properly. That is one thing I've noticed. Alright, on to the next thing. The next thing that I've noticed also, it's also in the repair notes, which I can put there in the description, there'll be a link for the repair notes, is whenever you use your bow and arrow, the arrows are now retrievable. As well as they also pop up in the enemy corpses when you loot them. Which is fantastic, because arrows, even though they are easy to get, it's just so much easier to be able to pick them up from corpses and whatever you shoot them at. So that's a nice addition. Also, if you've got windows, the game now recognizes that there is a window there, and it will allow the arrow to go through instead of clipping into the structure and stopping. For those of you guys who like to do PvP. I don't like to play that way, but hey, to each their own. Also, next thing is going to be in hard mode. They've increased the chance of mutated enemies coming out, and they've also added a new system that allows them to travel in groups. So, instead of having to go all the way down to the sinkhole for super dangerous enemies, well, guess what? Randomly, they're just going to start spawning and attacking you whenever they feel like it. Which, I mean, if you like to build, then I guess that kind of sucks, because you'll always have people, or not people, but cannibals and such nagging you and bothering you, which can be kind of a bother, but it's also nice to be able to fight some more higher tier enemies more often. Alright, on to the next thing. The leader cannibals. In both normal and hard mode is what this applies in. The leader cannibals have a lot more health. Let me tell you, they are quite a bit harder to kill. That's definitely something to keep in mind, so make sure you've got your katana, mates, you know what I'm talking about. Also, in multiplayer, if you're looking at your mate, and he's got a different bit of clothes on, that's because he's got leather. They've added a new skin for when you load in, it'll be right on over the backpack. So it's pretty, but it does not have any effect on anything your character does. Alright. Another thing they've also added is they've actually added the ability to trade weapons, which is kind of fantastic, especially when you're starting out with, you know, your mate who's not too good at the game. You can hand him off maybe, you know, a katana that you magically find down in the bottom of a cave. You know, speaking of which, if you're interested in finding that, just check out my video up there in the top right hand screen, and you'll find that puppy no problem whatsoever. But yeah, it's always nice to give your mate a katana, especially if he doesn't have any cool weapons. Alright, the next thing you gotta also note is the tennis racket. They have finally made it useful again. You can actually socket feathers, teeth, and glass on them all together. Whichever way that you like it, whether you like a speedy weapon or a hard-hitting weapon, you can now do that to the beloved tennis racket. Honestly, I've never used that stupid thing. I don't know. Maybe they like it for some joking reason, but I think it's kind of a useless piece of equipment. But everybody has their own way that they like to do stuff. The next thing, they have changed the drying rack, everybody. instead of having a bunch of meat that you can put on it, they have now made it linear, where you can only put 7 pieces of meat on it altogether. Which, I mean, it was kind of a pain in the butt to, access the old drawing rack, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's nice, but it's also not nice because it doesn't hold as much. But it is a lot neater. So the OCD guy in me says, yeah, that's good. But at the same time, the hoarding guy in me is like, nah, that sucks. But hey, whatever you feel like about it. Also, if you find any glitches whatsoever and you need to report to the devs or you need to show someone what your coordinates are in the game, just hit the escape key and write down in the bottom right hand screen of your escape key right here is going to be your coordinates, which you can use for people to locate you in the game. Alright, the next thing is going to be your rebreather. There has been a change to the rebreather. For those of you guys who are used to your nice 600 second air charge, well, guess what? That's getting cut in half down to 300 seconds now. So make sure that wherever you're diving, you've got plenty of air canisters and you're keeping an eye on that air meter there. Keep that in mind. That about wraps it up for the major parts of this update. I'll keep you guys updated with all the new updates that continue to come out. But if you guys got any questions about anything that I talked about here, or any of the stuff that might be upcoming in the forest, just drop it down there and comment, and I'll get right back to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Cheers.